want you to want me like I want you.
What's up, guys? We're YNS Forever, and this is our first YouTube video. As you could tell by the title, this will be a get to know us / how we met. So we're gonna get right into the video.
So I'm Ya.
And I'm Sky. And one thing about us is we're the most hated couple, and we really don't know why, but we don't care. Just FYI.
More things about us is that we like the same food and the same colors. Like, we have a lot in common.
That's a fit ass. Okay. So we're literally like almost always together. And like we've been dating for 4 years. We're also like the same person in different bodies and genders. But yeah.
So that's all we have to say for the get to know us portion of the video. But now we're going to get into a little more on how we met.
So feel free to comment if you guys have any questions about us, since we only had a short amount of things to tell you about ourselves.
Yeah.
So we're going to transition into how we met, and this should be juicy. This should be very juicy. Let me stop. Okay, so I'm going to start, and we're going to go from there, basically. So it all started in the Citadel. I had gym class with this one girl that was my friend at the time. And she had another friend in that class that I didn't know. Like, I didn't know the girl, but she was my friend's friend, if that makes sense. That makes sense.
A little bit.
So, okay. Fast forward, this friend of hers will always be with her and I in gym, and she will always, like, talk about this boyfriend she had and how he was cheating on her and how she was cheating on him. So one day, I finally budged into the conversation and was like, well, who's this boyfriend you was talking about? Because, like, you know, like, what if I'm looking at him in the hallway, like, he cute? Like, he cute and shit, you feel me? And then, you know, then after that same class, like, after that class, we were switching classes, and she went to show me who he was. And so we're walking forward, and he's walking towards us in the hallway. And then, like, she was like, oh, there he is, look at my baby.
And that's when I was, like, pushing to the side, and, like, I went up to Jada, and I asked her, like, I told her, I said she was looking good in the hallways, like, I would see her. But at the time, I was just trying to get my ex mad, and then it turned out to be, like, I ended up really, like, liking her. A lot, actually.
For 4 years. Nah, let me stop. So
I actually, like, I told her, let me take her out. Like, 3 days after that, I told her, let me take her out, because me and my ex broke up because of that. And I asked to take her out. And
I said no.
She said no.
He was trying to bribe me, first of all. He was like, I got money. I'm going to take you to the mall. I'm going to do this. Let me take you to the movies. And I was like, no, I don't care about your money. He was like, I could buy you this. I was like, I don't care. That's not what I care about. So, yeah.
And then a week later, we ended up at the same party. And, like, I seen, like I said, I had, like, a little crush on her. So we ended up at the same party. And I was, like, dance on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how teenagers are. So I was, like, dance on me. I was trying to get at her. But she was like, nah, because she still thought I was with my ex. So
I said no. And I was like, you got a girl? He was like, nah, I told you already, we broke up, this and that. And I was just like, alright, fine. So I started dancing on him. And then, like, something had happened at the party, and he ended up leaving. And then, like, in that same week, I ended up moving to New York with my father. And the day before I left, like the day I left, he came to see me. And, you know, we kind of texted here and there. And Like, what happened after? Like, we kind of texted here and there, and I was stalking his page. I'm not even gonna lie.
We talked, but like we talked as like friends. Like she knew I had a crush on her, but she didn't really want to give me that time with it. You know, like
I didn't want to give me a chance.
Yeah, she didn't want to give me the chance, so we just stuck as friends, and we would talk here and there. But then fast
For like a whole
forward
year.
like a year later around April, she came down and she moved back down here with her mom, and then we ended up talking. Like we wasn't talking, but we ended up talking a little more. Then I told her about this party that was going out, and she didn't know where it was. So her and her friends wanted to go out that night. So me and my friends ended up taking them to where the party was because they didn't know where it was. And then at the party, I ended up getting really, really, really like messed up because it was my first time drinking, and I didn't know how to react to like liquor.
He was on the couch.
And then
Looking like he was about to pass out. So I went and I sat next to him. And he kind of looked at me like, you know, he didn't know what to do. Like, he didn't know if he want to tell me to, like, move or, like, if he want to, I don't know.
Because she told me, like, before that, all of this, she used to always tell me no. Like, when I had a crush on her, she used to always tell me no.
Because I had a bro named Sincere. And I guess that was his bro, too. And he would, like, hit up Sincere, and he'll be like, bro, put me onto her, but he was trying to bribe me with money, and that's not what I wanted, so I would always dub him, like.
But anyways, so I was sitting on the couch, I was kind of messed up, and I needed air. I needed air, so she came with me to walk around the block, and we just walked, like, up the street, and then walked back, and then we was talking, I told her how, like, why would she always say no to me? And she just told me she wasn't ready for a relationship at the time, you know? So.
And also because, like, what his ex would tell my friend in gym, like, oh, he's a cheater. So I'm like, I'm not trying to get with somebody that's a cheater, you feel me? I want someone solid.
So that's when we got back to the party, and everybody was just, like, they thought I took her and did something with her.
You know what teenagers be thinking, old dirty ass.
So I was just, like, after a while, we just got, like,
we was just chilling.
We was upset about it. Like, we was chilling, but we got upset.
Yeah,
and
we was chilling and upset. No, that's not what happened. We was chilling, but we was upset. And then, like, he, like, there was this one girl that I had went to the party with that was fake as hell. Because she took a picture of me and him kissing. Because he, like, put his arm around me. When we went back to the party, we sat down. And he had put his arm around me.
Yeah.
And, like, we locked eyes. Like, we locked eyes. You know,
and then the girl that I was dating,
before
she even came down, because
he was dating her for like a week or two.
Yeah, for like a week or two before she moved back down here. She's the one who took the picture of us kissing on the couch. So.
And then
fast forward, they got mad and they started talking about us. So
spreading rumors about me, lies about me. It was mostly about me. And then I got mad and I left. Like, I just left. And he was looking at me like, where you going? And then I was, like, almost down the block. And then that's when he came running. Like, he was like, oh, where you going? I was like, I'm going home. I'm not about to sit here while people are talking about me, my so-called friends. Like, I didn't even know that she dated you, you know? And he was like, well, I'm going to walk you home because it was late. It was, like, 12 in the morning.
Yeah. And then I ended up walking her home. And, like, she got home. And her door was locked.
So I sat on the porch.
She sat on the porch, and then I tried to.
He sat down next to me and was like, "Oh, I'm not leaving until."
I tried to comfort her and make sure that she like was able to go inside because it was about to be 1 a.m. I wasn't gonna leave her outside by herself. You feel me? So. And
I kept telling him like, "Just go home. I'm gonna be okay," knowing damn well I was supposed to stay over one of those girls' crib. I was supposed to stay over one of the cribs because my mom was in New York. And she had asked me before she left, do you want to come to New York with me to visit your aunt, or do you want to go to the party and sleep over your friend's crib? So I said, I'm going to sleep in my friend's crib, and I'm going to go to the party. And that was the plan. And
turns out her mom wasn't home. Her mom left.
And I didn't want to tell him.
And she forgot to leave the door open for her. So I told her to come spend the night at my house because I wasn't going to leave her outside. And then we ended up going to my house. And I gave her some covers to sleep downstairs. And before we went to sleep, like I slept upstairs in my room, but she slept downstairs in her and like in the couch.
Niggas in her room.
I know I messed up by saying her room. Sorry. So then she slept downstairs in the couch because I gave her some coverage. But we was watching a movie before I went upstairs.
And he asked me, cause look, I never know how to kiss, right? So at the party when he kissed me, it was horrible on my end. I didn't know how to kiss. So he asked me, "Oh, why didn't you kiss me right at the party?"
So I taught her how to kiss. When we was watching the movie, like I was kissing her, but she was like she wasn't doing it right.
And so he was like, "What's wrong?" And then I was like, "I don't know how to kiss." And he's like, "Well, I could teach you." And then he told me.
So then,
That's crazy.
in the morning, I ended up dropping her back off at home, and then like
he went back home.
while she was coming out, like while I was walking her home, my family was in New York too. So like that's why she spent the night, cause she had the free but nobody was there, and then I had the free but nobody, like me and my brother was there. So then when I walked her home, my family ended up coming back down from New York that same day.
I had left for 9 months after we made 4 years. I left back to New York again with my dad.
Yeah.
And we ended up breaking up. I'm not even gonna say breaking up. We took a break. We took a break for 9 months. He did him. He was messing with a few skanks. And I was doing me. I ain't gonna cap. I was messing with a few skanks in New York too. But yeah. And now some of these females out here is still mad that we together and that he was really playing with them.
Nah, we're not gonna get into that.
Like,
anyways, guys, just subscribe, comment, and like this joint. If you got any questions, just comment for our next video. We're gonna do a Q&A. So I really hope you guys enjoy this.
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, like you said.
Bye.